Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain. Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiju and Changsheng have seen it before. Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up. Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? What? But then again, then it's decided. Or,
Something is missing?
did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Ah! What the? Wait! Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that. Child's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmin Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? There. You. I'll take a glass.
Oh. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tigerfish over here.
Coming right up. I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
You is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Well, should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring Paimon. Definitely something. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
So, that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared.
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it.
You sure?
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine!
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all. Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But...
That's what I said. So can you stop copying me, please?
Can you stop copying me, please?
No touching! May I present? Whoa! What are all these Rift Hounds doing here? Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Huh. Let's go check it out. Access denied. The show begins! Watch out! This is long overdue. Born of ice and frost. Coming at ya! Check! Illusion shattered! So, this is what they were Yeah. What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago. Together, these remnants form...
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. Now,
Okay. Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, God remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. Something similar happened. Of course, God remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power.
Wait, you mean the star?
Mm-hmm. 42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual... Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of... No one knows. All I know, considering how much power... We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true...
Well, great! You seem so...
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. Which is a super embarrassing nickname. Ah, Paimon's got it. Frosty the Lavender Melon. Serves that ice queen right. Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaos. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to a little abyss crystal that contains...
Dream?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Since you haven't studied with dream mirroring...
Huh. You make it sound...
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented to play it safe. I need to give you some special
Wait! You're gonna teach her some of your martial art? Does that mean... the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves... So... the last time something like this happened was probably... anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago. Skirk seems pretty strong, too.
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you'll have picked up all kinds of
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching... Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka... You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy now.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need to use the human body as an analogy. Your style is your skeleton. The foundation, the framework. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences. Only then.
Wait, Paimon thought you were gonna teach her...
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even there are no short... That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
This is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength. Over.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah, meanwhile Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with. Sometimes,
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me. You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that. It's very disrespectful.
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least. You'll catch a cold. I'm talking to you, young lady. You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared. Help!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain,
Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad? Mom?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't trust anyone! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. Well, Except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning the natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Sirtologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, the elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. So I've heard. But is purification just thinking out loud? True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the choice to pick. So, it's time to use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Prepare to be blown away! Ha! Ha! Windblade! Ha! Ha!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Be gone! Ha! 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 Yeah! Windblade! Yeah!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster! Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that. You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to... It means your aspiration, so be bold. Do not be afraid to Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training. Get some rest. If you wish to master...
What is the secret to power? Longing. The fear of... Fear is the... That fear is now part of you. Any minute spent missing...
Master...
So it has not... Then pick up your sword. After all... Good Skirk.
Cold.
These are signs that you are each time the flesh. I now understand. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is...
Hopefully you got some good Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained a better command of the sword. That's only part of it. Now, ready? Not bad. Just like your brother. Huh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to him, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's...
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? Strong emotions will always arise in combat. How amusing. Almost, but you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not that. Let's begin. Try to use reason. This is your final training session. Look. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus. Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want to...
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak and become master.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind is one. That's to be expected. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, you managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that, and warriors will train day and one mistake.
Skirk is amazing.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I heard Master. Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole...
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and be—
Run, Skirk.
Let's see here. First things first. Identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
You must be starving, right? Ta-da! A barb? Of course you are! Well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Okay. It's Paimon's turn to sleep now.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, when Ajax trained, you and I may never meet again, traveler. Okay, not that. I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, to do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well... Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people. Studied their techniques. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you. Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place. You have some experience with it.
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for safety. Oh, but, that means you need to stay safe, traveler.
All right.
Merciless. Whoa! Look at all these spikes! Careful! Don't get hit! You know what? Paimon's just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this! Bombs away! Water jet!
Hey, what are you two doing? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Merciless. Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding place? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything.
This should be the place where you were attacked, traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where it is? Our opponent must have covered his tracks just in case.
Hold on! Look! The spikes!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some. Our enemy took part of your.
Another star goes out!
From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back. In the Guili Plains. You asked me why this ended. Now, the answer is clear. Whatever that actually means. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No. He couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected it to come in handy so soon. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost. I'll cope. Well, done gorging. How did you get the power of the
all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar. It looks just like that narwhal's horn!
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him Foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew?
Just a little.
Look, it's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use... Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back? Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the way.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! To do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only get you so far. I needed to verify it for myself.
I should be...
I no longer sense his presence. Can't have followed us out of that abyss. Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power alive, as long as it manages to make physical contact.
Yeah, when we had our run-in with that thing, Neverlet mentioned that it has an instinct to devour.
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state, so it was somewhat less aggressive than usual. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true, voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have Exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both got what we came for. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own journey. I'll handle the rest of this situation myself.
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall, you get—
But what if that monster finds you before you're all better? Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I know that. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baizhu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be— Oh, this. It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Teyvat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back to its original form. Fine. It was just a scratch. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to situations like this is nothing new for me. Found somewhere to rest. Well, lead the way then.
Access denied. We're way behind schedule.
This bag from Skirk has does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little,
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start. But things are different now.
Ugh. I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait.
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just lay... whatever. Let her tire herself out. She'll come back eventually. Let's get some sleep, Traveler. That comfy bed...
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you...
Keep your gaze fixed. Run.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. That bed was so comfy. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night? The bed's all yours if you want it.
About 60%. Maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take a
No. Not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training... No. I need to meditate for the next 2...
Ooh, sounds in...
Thanks. See you in...
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Shouldn't you... Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as the threshold between the soul and dreams. This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. I only managed to illuminate a small portion for you back then. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. Call it fate, if you want. I think that's the word they use in this world for a lucky coincidence. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here, so what's... Oh, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. And all she sees reflected in the river is a
You must learn to...
This isn't my first taste of failure, or...
the answer to one mystery, and let's follow the river up. I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same tree, they can still form bonds of kinship when they meet. Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first noticed your presence, although she hesitated for a moment, she still chose to walk away. Indifferent as ever. Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious choice. Let's keep going.
You now have what it takes to wield. No one can become a worthy...
You wish me to travel the...
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the Abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild, and reduce it.
Why do you do that?
I have told you before. Fear. You have tasted loss. You have known fear, but as living being, yet now.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul Sertology, looked like at one point in... Of course, as a higher being, physical form is a triviality to him. He could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in here, clad in abyssal armor, is the one he usually wears when traveling through the stars.
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow it.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertology is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to... Shall we keep going? We've made it quite a ways already.
I have set your broken... No tears this time.
Can I ask a question, Matt? I keep thinking. Maybe...
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my... So, I will teach...
But I don't want to draw my sword...
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars.
Yes, Master. From that day forward, after some time, her talent bloomed. And it was not that... We're nearly... I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. This is Skirk's home. There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces, and Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before. So countless people, their lives were discarded. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. Because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Yet there was evidence of human activity. Further research revealed that, for that reason, the outsiders viewed them as senseless, isn't it? If those with power get to decide, no one wants to relive their most painful. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her.
Starfall!
So all this, just so you could bring her here?
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. Her suppressed emotional self, the version, all those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and don't forget, it was a penchant for—
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless—
The difference is that I'm doing what is right. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I have shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and—
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our— Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back, and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
that isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And do you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sertologi, is, at the core, a defier of all rules and order. Yes, and not just because of the gap in our abilities, but also because I have no reason to see him as an enemy. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life, taught me the sword and the principles of strength, and for that, I respect him. I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes back on his word. I have to treat everything he says as a promise. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss. Every time I hear from him, my heart's... Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yes, I respect him. But I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me? Why? This isn't your fight.
Oh, you're finally awake! Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and finds you both unconscious? Oh, you scared Paimon half to death! You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot. I taught you to incorporate the—
Okay. So, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of
Alright. It's about time
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But the good news is—
the fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? Really? So...
It's a subconscious instinct. To them.
Okay. Nervalette isn't here.
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope. Another star goes out!
Go!
Mine to wield. This is getting interesting. Power.
Water jet! Go!
What's wrong? Beyond this world.
Mine to wield. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you...
Such power. Such...
Skirk. Certainly.
How long has it...
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. This is the first time I've heard your name.
100?
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Of course. I trained the sword harder than any. Over time, my heart hardened. We were similar, yet...
That does sound like something he would say.
He was the first to, when I was 10. But... after his grand endeavor was successful...
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me. Your death was once what we worked so hard to...
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time.
Are you sure? Wise indeed. Nor I. You know as well as I... all that a veneer's...
Sounds...
Of course. I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you were...
Waiting for me in the primordial sea.
Your heart?
Because, of course...
So, even with that whale's butt, that is not...
You're right. I miss you. Sir Tillotho, I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist. Using despair and fear, we're like...
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, first time we came here. But when you had to devote all your strength, it was the joy of a research...
Interesting. You're right.
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength. After which, for that very reason...
Perhaps you're right. What a bat...
Are you okay?
Too many different kind. Sir Tillotho, do you want...
I can. It's not as suitable. The impurities will dissipate, but it will be a time-consuming...
If we are climbers in the dark...
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Skofnungur.
Whew, that's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh! At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. Once again, we've proved... Wow! Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh, wait.
Yes.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon this sky for centuries. The false stars, hanging in the meticulously planned sky. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burn. Time marches on. Though we gaze upon a false sky.
Ugh. This is all ever since we met. If it's too big a job for one person, we've met so many amazing...
I suppose when it comes... Well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotion. I suppose fate, regardless. One without war. For this, we must all work to become stronger. If that's what you want to call me.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being... Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue...